it's Ashley, and I am joined by Charlotte.
Hey guys.
Are definitely familiar with her for sure. So I'm at the Makesy Showroom. I am getting my hands on their fall and winter scents, which I'm really excited about. And you guys know I have a way with words.
I'm in a support role for that.
Yeah, she's gonna back me up on that one. We're gonna jump into it. We're smelling
Burnt cinnamon and cedar stack.
okay. Officially smelling, not out of the bottle, because you guys come after me on that one. So
Yes, we've got a blotter, so
this is officially official at Makesy.
this is perfumer level.
So this is like my jam, mostly because it has cedar in it.
Okay, I'm like, I gotta hear your take on all of them first. You have to go first.
I love cinnamon. I love cedar. Anything woodsy, anything earthy. This is like a holiday in a blotter at the moment.
Totally. Yeah. So this one I feel like is really like traditional, that traditional nostalgic cinnamon scent that you think of when you're expecting a cinnamon holiday fragrance. But the cedar notes really help to bring something more unique to it, in my opinion, where it's not just like purely cinnamon.
Right.
You've got some woodiness going on, earthiness going on that adds to it.
And I love it because it's not like cinnamon bakery cinnamon. It's like
Not at all.
cinnamon.
It's very natural smelling.
Cinnamon. Someone went and chopped wood cinnamon.
They scraped the bark off of the tree for you.
It's man cinnamon.
You're smelling the bark. Next
Oh
one.
my goodness, we've got. This is so official.
Next one is violet rain and charred peppercorn. I haven't smelled these in a while, so this is like my new first reaction to these.
You like have a bend and everything. It's like the bend and
there
snap.
we can set it down if we want to. It's evaluating, I'll normally write down the name on it on each blotter, and then I just like set all of them out in a line and smell them that way, and then I like to revisit them after 15, 20 minutes just to kind of get more of the base notes.
I'm feeling very exposed right now on the way that I do this process.
Not even.
Okay.
Masculine.
See, I think it's feminine.
I feel like, well, let's just call it gender neutral then.
There we go. I don't know what violet's supposed to smell like. This is where I suck.
But we're also smelling this without like looking at any of the notes.
Yeah.
So it's nice to be able to smell and have like the website up too and look at, okay, here's what the notes are that I'm smelling. That kind of, even if you've been smelling fragrance for years, like that helps your brain put concept to, an actual scent note. So
to me, it is masculine for sure, but I think the feminine overcharges it. It is neutral. Let's go in that middle road, which isn't helping, but I do smell floral for sure.
That's the violet, I think, that you're getting.
And then I smell something like sweet and uplifting. Maybe not sweet, uplifting. The peppercorn's definitely there. I got schooled on peppercorn, I think, last holiday season. So I smell that for sure.
Okay, so let's break it down. What's actually going on in here? Top notes, bergamot, grapefruit, and black peppercorn. That might be what's giving you an uplifting feeling, those citrus notes.
I think I can smell the bergamot.
Middle notes of lavender, also uplifting. Clary sage and maple leaf. And base notes of patchouli, oak, and amber.
Oh God, I love patchouli. So the more that I'm smelling this one, it definitely is like a cologne.
It's going a little bit manly on you.
It is. We did a pivot. It probably wouldn't be one that I would make, but only because I feel like this would be an acquired taste. And I like to, grab the masses.
I would like this in a cologne, like on a man.
Yeah. You know what? Now I'm smelling. I'm like, I feel like I just like rolled up to like a old school Hollister out of candy. Maybe that's not helping. I don't know, but that's what it is.
It's a good aquatic, fresh, uplifting cologne vibe.
Aquatic. Brain.
Here's another word.
Brain is
guys.
broken. I'm going to add that one.
Okay. Blue ash and velvet smoke we're going into.
I'm probably going to like this one.
Blue ash and velvet smoke.
10 out of 10.
I'm going to give you the notes on this.
I don't need them.
I don't care. Is is good.
If it's smoke,
Whatever it is.
I'm always in. I'm always on board.
Okay, this is also Lux for Less fragrance, so it's $29.95 a pound.
Hey, look at all that money you just saved.
Really good.
This one is like embers and but it's like a little hint of sweet as well. What is that?
It is.
What is that?
It has some clove in it, so maybe that's giving like some of that sweet spiciness to it. It's a unique holiday scent, I think.
This is for all the people who make candles. We're recovering home goods addicts that go and get those DW candles that are like really, for less.
We know them.
The tobacco.
Yes.
That's what it smells like to me. That tobacco.
It has cedarwood in it too, which you're going to like.
Yeah, it's like the tobacco pipe candle if you need to like nose association.
Okay, so top notes on this one are spruce tips, crushed peppercorns, and clove. Middle notes, charred pine sap, tobacco leaf, and smoked cypress. And base notes are blue ash, black embers, guaiac, which is another woody note, and balsam. And it has essential oil of cedarwood in it. So
now that I have you here, what is the difference between spruce and spruce tips? Is that just a Makesy flair?
Marketing fantasy.
You heard it here first.
It's a marketing fantasy. That's what fragrance is about. Even when you use words like black embers, they're just descriptive words to help us kind of create this
I'm here for
mental
it.
picture of the fragrance in our minds.
Crushed the marketing game since day one. No one's mad. We're just
hopefully it's inspirational.
Game recognizing game. That's all that is. But I will say, I put you on the spot with that.
It's okay. I'm not ashamed. Anise, vanilla, and cassia spice.
I don't know what any of these things are.
Like a black licorice note, but I don't think that comes through overly like black licorice in this particular fragrance. But it's a spice note.
Isn't black licorice like the original licorice and then they dyed it red? Is that a thing?
I don't know. Licorice is an herb, so they surely dyed it red.
It's an herb?
They surely dyed it red. It's not red.
To make it more.
I'm wondering if they dyed it black too. That's what I don't know.
YouTube will know.
Chat GPT.
Oh, I got it on my nose. Oh, shit. Surprisingly, I'm kind of into it.
I like this. It's not overly sweet, but it has sweetness in it. The vanilla is bringing kind of a sweeter note, but it's...
As much as I want to hate vanilla, I really do. It's really good in this.
It's not bakery vanilla to me.
Well, vanilla, I was ruined by a very young age by Bath & Body Works. By the warm vanilla sugar. Because everyone loves vanilla.
Everyone loves vanilla.
Customers need vanilla for online candle shops because it's like a warm hug. They know what it smells like. I'm just saying that it's good. It's sweet. It's a little hint of warm, uplifting, super feminine.
Top notes of anise, cardamom, orange peel, and cassia. Middle notes of cinnamon stick and clove, so very spicy heart. And then the base is vanilla bean, patchouli, and amber. And
no wonder I like it.
It's like loaded with essential oils as well. Labdanum, cardamom, cassia leaf, sweet orange peel, and patchouli oil.
I mean, I love a good patchouli.
The more I sit with this, the more like it grows on me.
This would be a really nice one for like September going into October.
Beautiful fall fragrance.
Totally.
Yeah.
But like still a little warm and balmy out.
Yeah.
I'm into it.
I dig it. Sandalwood.
I'm trying to keep track.
And cacao blanc. So there's a lot going on beyond just sandalwood and cacao in this fragrance. One, just to call out something awesome about it is it has upcycled sandalwood oil in it.
What does that even mean?
So basically like just any upcycled ingredients that we take and we use for fragrance were ingredients that were meant to be discarded otherwise. Like they would have just been thrown away, but we salvaged those ingredients and then we repurposed them to create fragrance.
Some might say that's the upside.
It's the upside. It definitely is.
Plug.
It is. Might have a
this
theme
one.
there.
I know. I really like this one, mostly because it's a different spin on wood candles, like a woodsy candle.
Mm-hmm. And sandalwood is like typically a very luxurious woody note.
Yeah.
So it definitely feels elevated to me. Top notes of cardamom and misty heather, middle notes of lavender and cacao blanc, and base notes upcycled sandalwood and tonka bean.
I also feel like this one could be a really good year-round scent. Like this could be
Absolutely. It's not holiday specific, but it could blend really well into the holidays.
It would be a good time to introduce it in the holidays and then see those astronomical sales and then keep it.
I'm thinking like I would wear this as a perfume too. Candied chestnuts and spiked wine.
Oh God.
I think this is going to be a love or hate for people. Sit with it for a minute.
What is your favorite scent at Makesy?
I always like say that's like trying to pick my favorite child because we have like 200 plus fragrances.
But what's the one like you go home and you're like, I want to burn this specific scent?
I love
9 times out of 10.
I love Santal and black cardamom.
Okay.
That
makes sense.
It's very like, gender neutral, like creamy, woody. I go typically more earthy, woody fragrances myself. Yeah. This one has a lot of spice in it as well.
So here's the thing. I don't love it. It's like
pear, apple.
I don't eat pears. I avoid apples. So this is making sense that it's not for me.
Top notes, apple, pear, bergamot, and cinnamon. Middle notes are honey glazed chestnuts, star anise, and clove bud. And the base notes are citrus wood, patchouli, sugarcane, cedarwood, caramel, and vanilla. There's a lot going on here.
There's such a spice to it, though.
It's like a mulled wine to me with a cinnamon stick in it. That is exactly
what it is.
Or a spiked apple cider, maybe. A spiked hot apple cider.
With like a touch of wine on the back. And I
That's like...
On the nose, if you like those notes, I smelled every single one of the things that she said. But for me personally, it's not my favorite. But
they can't all be. Quince ambrosia and amaranth oats. So... milkier, creamier,
I don't love it.
Sweeter.
What's ambrosia?
Probably, I feel like this is more going to be like you mentioned. You're traumatized by warm vanilla sugar.
Yeah.
And this is like giving a little bit of warm vanilla sugar vibe.
I mean, it definitely has hints of something. What's ambrosia? Is that a flower? Definitely. You said milky. I think.
Yeah.
That comes to mind. It's super strong though. Like if you're wanting
is a dessert that contains fresh pineapple, canned mandarin, orange slices, miniature marshmallows, and coconut.
I definitely smell coconut for sure.
It's got all that sweetness going on to it.
I almost feel like this would be like a summer scent. Like it so sweet.
It could be.
But maybe I'm missing something.
I don't know. Holiday sweetness is definitely...
But if you want a strong ass candle,
if you want a strong sweet smell,
this would literally be one of those that like dark rose that you don't even have to like light it. I would smell this immediately if I walked into a room. So if you want like a really high performing thrower,
we've launched fragrances that I may not personally like that fragrance.
Yeah.
But I know that there is a market that does like that fragrance.
Well,
so that's always a challenge, I think, as a business in general that sells fragranced products, is like...
You're gonna have to tap into something that...
You can't only pick things that you like because you may only... Like, I personally really like woody fragrances, but there's people who like, sweet vanilla too, so...
My best-selling candle is one that I never would have bought at a store.
Interesting.
So...
Very interesting.
Fun fact.
Okay, top notes of white nutmeg, honey crisp, apple, cinnamon sticks, middle notes of golden quince, amaranth oats, and vanilla pumpkin cream. So that's a lot of sweetness right there.
Oh my goodness.
And then base notes of white nutmeg, ambrette, and patchouli. So very dessert-like with all of like I feel like I just made an apple pie describing this fragrance.
So when you guys mix in like synthetic fragrance oils and essential oils, like what is the meaning behind that? Like why are you guys doing that? Is it just to elevate the throw of it? Is it
almost every fragrance contains essential oils? It's rare to find even a synthetic fragrance that doesn't contain essential oils. So the reason that they are used in fragrance is for a few reasons: strength, character development. Like sometimes you may want to like have a true patchouli essential oil in there to help create, you know, whatever the vision is for that oil. So I would say character is probably the number one reason why they're used, and strength being the second reason. But obviously having more essential oils, not everyone, but most of us in this community understand that essential oils do cost more than synthetic fragrances. So there is a cost to using more essential oils. But most synthetic fragrances do have at least one essential oil in them. And that's just because essential oils are also like synthetics. They're a core part of a perfumer's palette of what they pick from when they're trying to create something that smells like this pumpkin-y, vanilla apple pie scent.
It's going to be your next bestseller.
It might be. It might be.
Not mine, but yours.
I don't know. Okay, marzipan cream and cherry dream. Cherries, obviously, if you eat cherries, you know, they don't really have a strong odor.
Right.
So it's kind of fantasy.
Manufactured,
Yeah, it's kind of a fantasy smell. And it can go a lot of different directions. Like we have another one called Cherry Blossom and Summer Breeze. That's like cherry in a very, you know, fruity, floral, airy direction. And this is more of a gourmand direction. So the marzipan is bringing in like some almondy notes.
Okay, I definitely smell that.
Yeah.
And I smell cherry.
Yeah. That is what this is.
I do smell like something like whipped, like a vanilla or something as well. It's honestly quite nice. I don't know that I would make it. I don't know if there's a big cherry market out there for my candle line, but
cherry
it's
has been
lovely.
one of like the hot notes. So
I feel like you're getting the hot goss.
Up and coming. Like watermelon's been really popular for the last few years.
And that makes sense.
And watermelon still is popular.
Do you remember back in like the 90s or like, I don't know, early 2000s, time is a muck for me, but like when cherries were on everything.
Yeah, totally.
Like the cherry
decals, little cherries, yes.
Maybe that's like
two cherries.
The comeback, and we're
Everything
on the very front edge of that. So it's just very even. Like it's not pungent one way or another. Like even though I'm not a big cherry person, and this isn't something that I would normally like grab to burn or make, it is very digestible.
Okay, so top notes are mandarin, pear, and cherry. Middle notes, orange blossom, jasmine, and almond.
I smell the jasmine.
And base note is coconut milk, vanilla, and amber.
There we are. There's the vanilla.
Yeah.
I feel like a little bit of vanilla has
Definitely
to be
get the vanilla.
I think it's really nice,
yeah.
Honestly. And I do think that this would also be a very good thrower in a candle, which is like a very big deal because there's nothing worse than waiting your 2 weeks for your candle to cure and then realizing that it's not going to throw worth a damn.
Yeah, this is definitely a strong fragrance. And it's so interesting because it's like sophisticated, but even though you wouldn't normally think like something with notes of almond and cherry would go in that direction. So it's just one that you want to kind of keep smelling and analyzing.
And this would be a really nice holiday one.
Yeah.
Like I could see this being in a red vessel.
Like this.
Like this beauty right here that's like lipstick red and so pretty. They're very exciting.
There's a lot. We got a lot of new vessels coming for the holidays.
There's never enough vessels. All right, I think this is our last one.
We have one more. But I saved this for last because...
two more.
Eucalyptus gets in your nose and then...
It lives there.
It lives there, rent-free. Fraser Fir and Rhubarb Radiance. That paints a very green and red picture in my mind.
Which would be a big deal. I'm in New Mexico. We live in the land of green and red chili. So that would be a nice marketing ploy that I could do.
I really like it. It's like a Christmas tree, fresh.
Okay, so I do a Fraser fir because everybody loves it. And it is a really wonderful, quintessential Christmas scent. This is nice because if you're really good at marketing and executing, like delivering or setting yourself apart from like what everyone else is doing, i.e. myself, this would be a really good scent to do that with. And I feel like this would be worth me testing this out to do what I just said for you guys to all do. Because it does. What is happening with the...
Okay, top notes of strawberry leaf and rhubarb. So fruity green. Middle notes of geranium and fir needle. So you've got a little bit of floralcy and freshness going on there. And then base notes of cedarwood and musk.
Like 10 out of 10. Your next holiday.
Yeah.
Well, which is coming up. So basically
today,
get it now. And have it launched by tomorrow, basically. This is lovely. And I really think that it would throw well.
Yeah. Ones with like prominent fir notes like this tend to be good throwers. They're strong.
I don't personally like, I know it says rhubarb. I guess I don't know what rhubarb would smell like, but I do smell something like red, like I'm feeling the red in it.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yep. I know exactly what you mean. And rhubarb also, like, again, you smell rhubarb doesn't have a super strong odor inherently, but
it's like
I don't want to call it like spiciness because when I think of the color red, I think of spiciness,
and it's not like a spice like clove or cinnamon. It's just like you need to trust us.
There's something red in here. That is the new word that we've added to your fragrance vocabulary. There's something red in here.
Taylor Swift would love me.
Yeah.
It's red. Just trust me.
Yeah.
So, I don't make soaps, but this would be a lovely soap.
I would absolutely put this in soap.
I would bathe in this, i.e. why I said it should be soap.
It's very fresh and it's very clean. And you can tell by the name, like having eucalyptus and mint, they're both like prominent, fresh, clean herbal notes.
If this was a hand soap right now, I would be jazz hands about it.
Yeah.
I don't know how it would transfer in a candle. Like, I think it would be delightful as well, but I'm just all about the soap. I can't get it out of my head. It's like when you play the word game and you have to think of other words to describe the word. Now I can only think of the word soap, but you catch my drift. This is so fresh, so uplifting.
I also think like a room spray for the holidays would be nice too. Just
like
kind of something
linen,
fresh and wintry. But definitely soap makers jump on this one because it's very...
I don't personally smell the rose as much.
Eucalyptus and mint both tend to take over your nose.
Like cannibalize
they
the
just
rose.
Take your nose.
Like I said, I don't know if it was...
like the more seconds that you see us sitting here just going like this, like that's how you can time how much we like the fragrance.
It's like a perfume. Like I want to wear it.
Yeah. This would be a really good rollerball too.
Oh my gosh.
Doing like a mood boosting rollerball or invigorating rollerball or something kind of mood elevating.
10 out of 10.
So
all right.
There you have it.
I love it.
Fall holiday. You are now prepared.
Okay. You guys crushed it. Good job. Not that you need that accolade from me because you guys obviously know what you're doing. And I learned a few new words today, so that's really exciting. I'm going to show you guys some of the showroom that they have here. I took some videos. And yeah, if you guys are ever in Irvine, California, you guys have to come and see Makesy for yourself.
Come say hi.
Yeah. It's been lovely. So thanks for having me today.
Absolutely. You guys are welcome anytime.
Bye, guys.
Bye.